Hey, it's a great day. I'm Mike Current, Energizer, and in this video, I am announcing my intention to thru-hike the Continental Divide Trail. So let's do this. So first, a few things about the CDT. It is one of the 3 Triple Crown trails, the PCT, AT, and the CDT. It runs in essentially the middle of the United States, goes from the Canadian border to the north and the Mexican border to the south, essentially along the Rockies, going through 5 states: New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. It's approximately 3,000 miles long. And you're probably saying, well, approximately? You know, if you're hiking the PCT or AT on any given year, you know exactly what that mileage is down to the 10th of a mile. But the CDT is a little different from those 2 trails, essentially because the trail is considered only 70% complete. 70% of it is dedicated trail, while the rest of it you're walking on dirt roads and sometimes hardball roads. And so what people do is, instead of walking the official trail, they'll choose alternate routes from, going from border to border. And that's considered perfectly acceptable. The Continental Divide Trail Coalition, who manages the trail, says as long as you maintain a continuous footpath from border to border, and stay within 50 miles of the geographic Continental Divide Trail, then that's considered a hike. And so you have about 24 alternates that people choose from and really select their own path. And that is part of the culture, just like on the AT. The AT is considered a social trail. On the CDT, it's considered, well, we choose our own trail, we choose our own path to get through it. But because of that, the mileage will change for each individual. So much so that if a person selects the top 13 alternates that are on the CDT, they'll cut 600 miles off of their route, going from 3,000 miles, the official, just under 3,000 miles, the official mileage, all the way down to 2,400 miles, even that, lower than the PCT. If a person takes just the Big Sky alternate, just one alternate, the Big Sky alternate, that in itself cuts 300 miles off. So you're going from 3,000 miles just to 2,700 miles. And a third of the CDT Thru-hike year group from 2023, last year, actually took the Big Sky turnoff. So mileage varies, all depending on the thru-hikers. So how does that shake up for a traditionalist and a purist like me? If you watched my PCT or AT thru-hikes, you know that I'm a traditionalist and a purist. So how's that going to calculate? Well, to be honest with you, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's going to challenge my navigational skills. I'm going to have to really pick my path and think about it. So I think it's going to be, I'm looking forward to that. But OCD is going to take over. So I think I'm probably going to stick to the official, the red line trail as much as possible, except where the logistics make it infeasible or just for safety reasons. Otherwise, I think I'm going to stick to the red line trail. So I'll be starting my thru-hike on 1 May and at the Crazy Cook Monument down on the southern border of New Mexico and Mexico, and I will be heading north. Now 1 May is a little bit behind the bubble. Most thru-hikers on the CDT start early April, but starting a little later seems to work for me. On the PCT, I started 15 May, way behind the bubble, and on the Appalachian Trail, I started 1 May. And both times that just seems to work for me. I seem to deal better with the heat than with the cold. And so that's the time frame that I intend to start the CDT. My strategy for hiking the trail is I'm going to go steady through New Mexico. I don't want to arrive too early in southern Colorado. I'm looking probably between the 10th and 15th going into the San Juan Mountains in southern Colorado. That's the first big area where I expect to hit snow and have to traverse it. So I want to give, a chance for the snow to melt in Colorado. So I'll be going slow and steady through New Mexico. And then I'm going to do my best I can to go through Colorado. And then once I hit the Wyoming border, my intention is to beat feed it to the Canadian border until the early snow shuts down Glacier National Park. I am currently training for my hike. I need to drop about 8 pounds before 1 May, get my body mass index or BMI down to 21. It's at 23 now, which is normal for me, and I need to get it down to 21. It's kind of my race day weight, get it down there. And I've got all my equipment. I'm pretty much set for that. I intend to do some videos, prep videos before I start, probably equipment, what I am doing for training, and probably my resupply. So I'll put a few of those out, not too many, but a few, so you get an idea of what I'm doing. On the trail, I intend to vlog daily. If you followed my PCT Thru-hike, I vlogged and put out a video about every 4 to 5 days, but on the Appalachian Trail, I put out a daily vlog, and I kind of like that format. It was just easier for me. I found it more enjoyable, and it kept the videos down to just under 10 minutes, and I think that works best. And so I'm going to tend to keep a daily vlog and put those out as I can going down the trail. Now, as I've said before, I don't monetize my videos in any way. I don't make any money off of them. I probably could, but I choose not to. I make them for myself. It's a creative outlet, and for family and friends. And if you want to come along, great, enjoy them. If you don't like the videos, well, hey, the price is right. I don't monetize them in any way. But I've had people ask me throughout my videos, hey, can we send you money to support your hike and that sort of thing? And I don't need it. I'm a retired colonel. I don't need the money. I do well. But for those of you that would like to contribute and do something to help the trail or help those hiking the trail, I will be promoting an organization during my hike called Warrior Expeditions. They're a nonprofit organization that helps veterans that are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. They help them go through on a long hike or a long bike ride or a long paddle. They help them, and they use that journey to help get through those issues. And so I will be promoting that company, that organization during my hike. And if you want to contribute to them, go ahead and please do that. I will leave a link to them in the description of this video, and I will continue to do that. And I'll talk more in depth about them. Look, they don't know I'm doing this. I haven't contacted them, but I've read a lot about the organization. And on the Appalachian Trail, I hiked with one of the recipients for a few days and was just deeply moved by his story. And so I want to help them out in any way I can. So if you are looking at donating and you would like to help out a fellow hiker, and particularly a fellow veteran, I encourage you to donate to Warrior Expeditions and learn more about what they're trying to do. Look, I thought a lot about whether I was going to hike the Continental Divide Trail or not. I mean, I started thinking about it pretty much the day after I summited Katahdin, and thought about it just about every day after that. And I wasn't really sure I was going to hike it. I didn't want to do it just to say I was a Triple Crowner. I didn't want to go after that title, similar to Darwin from Darwin on the Trail, YouTuber. I really don't care about that title. If I earn that title, then I will hold it with honor. But I didn't want to do it for that. I wanted to make sure that I was hiking the Continental Divide Trail because I wanted to hike that trail. It needed to call to me. And so for a year I thought about it, and the trail did. The trail called to me, and now I got to do it. So it's going to be an interesting experience. It's going to be an incredible adventure. If you want to join me on it, love to have you along. And so, yeah, it's going to be real good. See you next time.